Do bees have personal chefs?
When you see bees buzzing around flowers, it's easy to think they're just sipping nectar for themselves. But did you know that inside their hive, some bees actually have the job of being chefs? These bees are called nurse bees, and they have the super important job of feeding the baby bees, or larvae. They take the nectar and pollen collected by the worker bees and turn it into bee bread and royal jelly. Bee bread is a mix of pollen and honey, which is full of nutrients. It's like a superfood salad for bees. Royal jelly is even more special. It's like a milky substance that's packed with vitamins, and it's what turns an ordinary bee larva into a queen bee. It's like bee royal treatment. So while we don't see bees wearing little aprons or chef hats, inside the hive, they're whipping up some amazing bee gourmet meals. The hardworking nurse bees are there to make sure each little bee larva grows up strong and healthy with their carefully prepared dishes. Who knew bees could be such busy kitchen maestros?
Did we leave junk on the moon?
You might think of the moon as a place with footsteps and flags, but what about trash? Turns out, humans have left more than just footprints on the moon's dusty surface. Astronauts from the Apollo missions actually left behind bags of garbage. Yes, space garbage. It's not like banana peels and coffee cups. We're talking about used equipment, broken parts of spacecraft, and even cameras that captured those famous moon moments. Imagine a landfill, but on the moon. They had to leave these things behind to make room for moon rocks that they brought back to Earth. We think of space as the final frontier, but there's a bit of human history sitting up there in the form of discarded gear. It's like a bizarre museum of human exploration on a completely different world. Next time you look up at the moon, just think our lunar legacy includes some cosmic clutter along with those historic achievements. It makes you wonder, will moon janitor be a real job someday?
The memory powerhouse. Can your brain beat a supercomputer?
Think your phone is smart? Well, your brain has it beat by miles. The human brain is a marvel, and here's a fun fact that'll knock your socks off. The storage capacity of your brain is believed to be around a whopping 2.5 petabytes. To help you understand, that's the equivalent of about 3 million hours of TV shows. You could binge watch for 300 years and still not fill it up. Now, how fast is it? Neurons in your brain transmit information at speeds up to 260 miles per hour. That's like your thoughts racing as fast as a Formula One car. And the energy your brain needs is less than what a light bulb uses. Can you believe such a powerhouse is in your head? Supercomputers can perform complex calculations quicker, sure, but they don't learn and adapt the way our brains can. Plus, your brain does it all without needing to reboot or update software. Next time you learn something new, remember, you're working with a bio-supercomputer that's naturally unbeatable.
When weight doesn't matter, can an elephant defy gravity?
Elephants are giants on land, tipping the scales with their massive weight. But here's a fact that seems to defy the laws of nature. Even these big creatures can fly. Well, at least for a short while. In the animal kingdom, size sometimes doesn't stop you from taking to the skies. Let's talk about the bumblebee, another heavyweight in its category, yet it buzzes around with wings that seem too tiny for its chubby body. So how can these heavy lifters manage to fly? Bumblebees beat their wings at a dizzying speed, around 200 times per second, which lets them stay aloft. But elephants don't have wings, you say. True, but let's think outside the box. If an elephant were to be in a plane or a hot air balloon, it would be soaring high above the clouds, proving that it's not about weight, but the right conditions that enable flight. So even though elephants can't flap away into the sky, with a little help, they can float among the birds. Isn't it fun to imagine a world where gravity's a mere suggestion?
Chocolate rain from space? Sweet meteor showers explained.
What if I told you that space once rained chocolate? Well, not exactly, but in 2011, scientists discovered a cloud near the center of our galaxy that smells like raspberries and tastes like rum. The cloud is full of ethyl formate, which gives raspberries their flavor and is used in rum flavorings. This fact gets even sweeter. Did you know meteorites can contain amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins? It's like the universe is sending down ingredients for life. Now imagine if instead of regular meteor showers, we had chocolate meteor showers. We'd have everyone rushing out with bowls instead of telescopes to catch a taste of outer space. While we can't expect to taste the stars anytime soon, it's incredible to think that some of the flavors we enjoy here on Earth are also floating around in the cosmos. So next time you savor a piece of chocolate or enjoy a fruity snack, think about the cosmic connection. We're all part of this delicious universe.
The jet setters of the animal world. Can you guess who flies the farthest?
You might think frequent flyers are only humans traveling around the globe, but birds give us some serious competition. Take the Arctic tern, for example, a bird that has the longest migration route of any animal. Every year, these feathered explorers travel an unbelievable 25,000 miles from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back. That's like flying all the way around the Earth at the equator, with a few thousand miles to spare. If you add up all the miles an Arctic tern flies during its life, it could travel from Earth to the Moon and back 3 times. Now that's some serious airtime. These tireless travelers have their own built-in GPS, an incredible sense of direction that helps them find their way across continents and oceans. They get to see more of the world in 1 year than most of us will see in a lifetime. Isn't it amazing to think that such a small creature could be such a big adventurer? It makes every flight you've ever taken seem like just a quick hop.
The sleepy dance of flowers. Do plants really snooze at night?
Plants don't have eyes or a brain, but they know when it's night or day better than we do sometimes. Here's a wild fact. Some flowers open and close as if they're following a clock. It's called nyctinasty, and it's basically the plant's version of a good night's sleep. Take the daisy, for example. It spreads its petals wide open when the sun's out and closes them up tight when the sun goes down. Scientists think this nightly tuck-in could be to save energy or protect the pollen inside from dew that forms overnight. So while flowers don't literally catch some Z's like we do, they've got their nighttime routine down to a science. Imagine if you could open up to soak in all the good vibes during the day and then curl up at night knowing you're safe and sound. Next time you see a flower closing up for the evening, remember that in the plant world, bedtime is just another part of their daily dance with the sun.
Slithering high, can snakes really fly?
Think snakes are just ground slitherers? Guess again. Some snakes in South and Southeast Asia can fly. Well, not with wings or on a plane, but they can glide through the air, and it's as wild as it sounds. These daredevil reptiles, known as flying snakes, climb up trees and then leap off. By sucking in their stomach, they turn their whole body into a flattened S shape. This daring stunt allows them to glide through the air and control their direction, a bit like how a frisbee floats and steers. The longest recorded flight of a flying snake was over 330 feet. That's about the length of a football field. Imagine walking through the forest and seeing a snake soaring from one tree to another like a scaly superhero. It's one of nature's fascinating tricks, and shows just how creative animals are at getting around. So, the next time someone tells you snakes just crawl, tell them about these soaring serpents that can give any bird a run for its money.
Can sleep make you a genius?
Ever wondered if snoozing could make you smarter? Well, it just might. Scientists say that when you sleep, your brain is like a busy janitor. It's actually cleaning up and organizing all your thoughts from the day. When you learn something new, your brain creates connections. These are called synapses. The more you learn, the more synapses you create. Now here's the cool part. While you're fast asleep, your brain sorts through those synapses. It strengthens the important ones and gets rid of the ones you don't need. It's like tidying up a messy room. Think of a night without sleep, like skipping a chance to clean that room. Things get cluttered. So, getting enough sleep could help you remember things better and learn faster. It's like giving your brain the time it needs to turn your thoughts into super smart ideas. Who knew that lying in bed with your eyes closed could be like a workout for your brain? So next time you hit the hay, just think, you might wake up a bit of a genius.
Can you guess what animal never sleeps?
It's probably hard to imagine never getting to snuggle up in bed and drift off to sleep, but there is actually one mammal that might not sleep at all. The bullfrog. Scientists have done many studies, and they still haven't seen a bullfrog do what we think of as sleeping. Instead of snoozing like us, the bullfrog remains alert all the time. It's still a bit of a mystery why they can do this, but some think it could be because they are always ready to jump away from danger or catch their next meal. Imagine if you never had to sleep and could do whatever you wanted all night. But would you miss dreaming? Life without sleep might sound fun, but for humans, dream time is also important. So next time you're getting ready for bed, think about those wide-awake bullfrogs and be thankful for your cozy pillow and the dreams that come when you close your eyes. Follow me for more fun facts.